I think we need to understand that the same victorious life that was enjoyed by the Apostle Paul is available to you and to me to become mighty in spirit and experience that same triumphant lifestyle that Paul experienced in spite of his troubles. If we look at that, here's what we find. In verse 13, he says this, and I believe it gives us some principles to follow by. The first thing that I find is a healthy dissatisfaction. Because what he says in verse 13 is this: "No, dear brothers and sisters, I have not achieved it, but I focus on this one thing." The King James says it this way: "I count not myself to have apprehended," or that is, to laid hold of it. In other words, I've not arrived. I've not gotten to where I need to be. I'm dissatisfied with where I'm at. I'm pleased. I'm thankful that God has saved me. I give him praise for his mercy and his grace and what he has accomplished in my life. But I do not consider myself to be at a point where I have achieved what I need to achieve and I can simply lay back and take it easy on the Lord. No, I'm striving forward. You see, today it's so easy to become satisfied in our walk with God, where we no longer move forward with God, where we're more concerned with our comfort in our relationship with the Lord and in our faith than we are in progress in our walk. I just want to stop there for a moment. Because if you were to ask me what is one of the most troubling situations in the Christian culture today, I would say that that is it. I personally don't think that the greatest struggle in the Christian church today is that we've gone to wearing blue jeans and using special lights on the stage, or that our music is changing. Our music has been changing for 500 years. It's been changing more than that, longer than that. I wouldn't say that our biggest trouble is that we've gone electronic and with technology that we are beaming things across the country and around the world. No. For me, I would say that one of our biggest issues in the church today is that our relationship with the Lord has become much more about our comfort than it is about developing a closer walk with God. We have churches that are solely designed for us to be comfortable Christians. What I mean by that is that the design and structure of our services are more to appease us than they are to be pleasing to God. And people go to a church more because they can simply go and hide out and leave and never change and never be challenged and never have to sacrifice and never have to give to God, but they can simply walk in with their family and stay for 45 minutes or an hour, and they can walk out and go on about their life, and they feel like their relationship with the Lord is where it needs to be. We've gotten into a culture where comfort is king. It's not only the church culture, it's the American culture. Everything that we do is about comfort. We place little value on the experiences and the sacrifices that it takes to make ourselves better, to drive ourselves, to grow, to learn, to be disciplined. I will admit that it's not fun all the time. And there are areas that I work to and need to improve upon myself. Paul knew that there was more to be gained by drawing closer to Christ. And he said, I haven't achieved, I haven't reached that place. I'm not comfortable, I'm not satisfied. I want more. And so verse 7 and verse 9 says, I once thought these things were valuable, but now I consider them worthless because of what Christ has done. I no longer count my own righteousness through obeying the law. Rather, I become righteous through my faith in Christ. What he's referring to is he's given before that a litany, a list of things that would say that compared to other Jews, I have it. He talks about what he's accomplished. He talks about the tribe that he's from. He talks about all of the things that he could label as achievements. And he could say, I could lean back and say, you know what, I've done as good as anybody. I've arrived. But the point that he's making is, no, I don't count these things really valuable anymore. The only thing that matters is I want to know him more. Paul was expressing that dissatisfaction.